position of that thing. Now, in order to do that, what you do is you press the insert key, and that lets you manipulate the position of your gizmo thingy, your transforming gizmo. So you position that gizmo over to the joint, and then you use the rotate command, or the rotation thing, in order to rotate the finger into a relaxed position. You know, it's funny, that insert thing, someone like taught me it. I didn't actually read it in the book, but I never forgot about it. I wish I could like remember more stuff like that. Just learn something once and just never forget it. I don't understand, what is it that allows a person to like learn stuff, right, and just never forget it, and like learn stuff and then they just always forget it? Because it feels like I've like covered a lot of material, but I can never retain the stuff that I learn. I think if you like learn stuff, and the stuff that you're learning about, you're interacting with other people in regards to whatever it is that you're learning about. Because you're interacting with other people, like talking to other people about it, I think that like makes it easier for you to remember it or something like that. Well, that's just one theory. Okay, let's see, you've got like all your fingers bent. You can like bend these fingers by around 15 to 20 degrees. That should be good enough. Now you want to like create your other fingers. So I'm going to take my original middle finger, I'm going to duplicate it. The command is Shift D, I think, or is it Control D? Well, the option is up in the edit menu somewhere. So you take these fingers, you duplicate them, and you position them, and you rotate them, and you rotate the positions. So they're all lined up with your middle finger, and your ring finger, and your index finger. And then I'm going to take my scale tool, and I'm going to shrink some of these fingers, so they're all of the correct proportion. Now the one of the tools I got to teach about, I was going to cover, was the interactive split tool. There was another tool, like in the newer versions of Maya it's interactive split. In the older versions of Maya it was another tool. It was called the cut polygon tool or something like that, I think. And oh wait, hang on a second. Yeah. So what can you people tell me about these fingers? Notice the way they're aligned. Like before they were all lined up, but I just like changed the way they're aligned so that they slope. You do this so that they follow the curve of your hand. If you actually study actual anatomy, you'll notice that the hand, in a relaxed position at least, it's not straight. The hand kind of curves around, kind of like a glove. So you gotta create that curve too, in order to make it more natural and believable and whatnot. So you gotta scale these things, you gotta reposition them, and you gotta create the curve and whatnot. Now I'm gonna cheat with this thumb here a little bit. And thumbs are tricky because they've got like a very tricky angle. It's kind of like a weird 45-ish degree angle type thing. I don't know. Like positioning the thumbs always like kind of, I always find that kind of strange. But, like do the best you can with it. The angle is like somewhere around like 45 degrees from the rest of your other fingers. So, and there also seems to be like a joint less. One joint less in the thumb. Yeah, it kind of seems, yeah. So I'll probably end up taking the last bit of this thumb, the hybrid index finger thumb thing, and like modifying it to death so that it doesn't even resemble an index finger anymore. So you take that finger, rotate it, position it, use your side viewport and your top viewport, and keep tweaking it until it looks right, or as close to right as you can possibly make it look. And then after you're finished with that, after you've got everything like positioned and rotated and everything, you should be ready to attach your fingers. Over here, see, okay, there, I just deleted the end of my finger, and then I'm gonna like scale the last end here to match my image. I'm going to use my soft selection tool to scale with. Blow this thing up a little bit. After you got like the basics, the fundamentals, the rest of it is just grunt work. Soft selection, scale, rotate, soft selection, scale, rotate, soft selection, scale, rotate. It should be like a song. It's a soft selection song. Now the fall off radius, you guys probably already guessed this already, but allows you to control how far the effects of your selection thing actually go. If you reduce the radius, it doesn't go very far, but if you increase it, it goes, well, pretty far. I usually have it bouncing around like 5 or 10 or 15, but it really depends on your mesh, whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're working with. Well, when you're eventually done wrestling with your thumb, hopefully this is decent enough. If you guys don't like my thumb, that's cool. You guys can like message me and tell me that's not how you do a thumb. This is how you do a thumb. I'll be cool with it. I'd be appreciative of that. I don't really mind. It's cool. So now we need to take all of these digits, right? And we need to connect them. But we can't just use bridge to connect them, right? And we can't do that because none of these digits, they're reading as completely different objects. You can't bridge it together if they're different objects. You have to make it one object. In order to do that, what you need to do is select all of your digits and then go up into the menu here and click on combine. That should combine all your digits. And that, when your digits are combined, that's when you can like attach all the polygons together and bridge them together and whatnot. Now what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to show you how you can like take your box, right, and position it and scale it around so that it matches your hand. Now before you like attach your fingers to your palm, I'm going to build a basic palm here. I'm going to use the interactive split tool or the insert edge loop tool to like insert edges here and there and edit my palm so that it's like the same dimensions of an actual human hand, or approximate dimensions of an actual human hand. This headset is bugging my ear. I need to get a new headset. Yeah, I know that's not really that relevant, but you know, whichever. When this thing is done, probably you can hide this thing. If you want to hide something, select that object, press H, hides. Spectacular. Of course, if you hide anything, you have to go into the menu, into the right menu, and locate the show command in order to get wherever it is that you hid to show up.